Imagine walking into a room filled with the world's most critical talent judges and thousands of live audience members, your heart racing, palms sweaty, knowing that one single note could change your life forever. That's exactly where 14-year-old Maria Santos from the Philippines found herself, standing on the iconic Britain's Got Talent stage, ready to perform the legendary Defying Gravity. What happened next left Simon Cowell speechless and the audience absolutely stunned. If you want to witness this unforgettable moment, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss incredible performances like Maria's. Maria Santos grew up in a small coastal town in the Philippines, where life was simple but her dreams were anything but. Her mother worked long hours at a local market, and her father drove a jeepney across the city's crowded streets to support the family. Music was Maria's escape. From the moment she could speak, she was singing. She would sit by the window in their tiny home, belting out songs she heard on the radio, often imitating the voices of Broadway stars she admired. Her neighborhood friends would gather around, amazed at how such a young girl could project her voice with such power and emotion. At school, Maria was known for her talent, but she kept it humble. Singing competitions were local, nothing grand, yet she won almost every event she entered. It wasn't long before someone suggested she try something bigger, Britain's Got Talent. At first, it seemed impossible. How could a girl from a small town in the Philippines get on an international stage? But Maria was determined. With her parents' encouragement, she submitted a video audition online. The judges' reactions in the recorded clips were a mix of surprise, admiration, and disbelief. She was called to the UK for the live rounds, a trip that would change her life forever. Upon arrival in London, the reality of the competition hit Maria hard. She was thousands of miles away from home, surrounded by talented performers from all over the world. The energy backstage was electrifying but intimidating. Contestants whispered to each other, practiced last-minute notes, and tried to calm their nerves. Maria, though nervous, kept her focus. She had one song to give it everything she had. Defying Gravity was not just a song, it was her story. She had practiced it for months, pouring every ounce of emotion she had into every line. When it was Maria's turn, the lights dimmed, and the audience fell silent. Simon Cowell, known for his sharp critiques and rarely impressed demeanor, leaned back in his chair, expecting another good but not unforgettable performance. Maria stepped forward, took a deep breath, and began. Her voice soared immediately, strong and pure, carrying notes that seemed far beyond her years. The audience gasped. Simon Cowell's eyes widened slightly, his pen momentarily frozen over his scorecard. The performance built gradually. Maria's voice carried the story of someone who refused to be limited by circumstances, someone daring to reach higher than anyone expected. By the time she hit the climactic high note, the audience was on their feet, cheering and applauding. The judges were leaning forward, unable to hide their astonishment. Simon, known for his tough demeanor, simply shook his head, muttering, "I cannot believe this voice." What made the moment even more dramatic was a small technical glitch during the final chorus. The stage's lighting system flickered, briefly dimming the spotlight on Maria. Instead of faltering, she adjusted seamlessly, holding the note longer, her voice rising above the distraction. This twist only amplified the audience's awe. Behind the cameras, producers whispered, realizing they were witnessing a performance that would become legendary. As the final note echoed through the theater, silence fell for a fraction of a second before the applause erupted like a tidal wave. Maria's face was a mix of relief, joy, and disbelief. She had done it. She had defied the odds, defied gravity, and most importantly, she had touched hearts around the world. Simon Cowell, for once, struggled to form words. He gave her a standing ovation, along with the other judges, all of whom were genuinely moved. Maria's story didn't end on stage. News outlets in the UK and the Philippines picked up her performance. Social media exploded with clips of her performance, millions of views pouring in within hours. Comments highlighted her talent, the emotional depth of her singing, and the courage she showed standing in front of some of the world's toughest judges at such a young age. Maria became an overnight sensation, yet she remained humble, dedicating her success to her family and the community that had supported her from day one. The story had more twists in the weeks following the performance. Offers from talent agencies, invitations to perform at prestigious events, and even the possibility of a Broadway opportunity came her way. Despite this, Maria insisted on finishing her education first, showing maturity beyond her age. Each decision she made reflected the same thoughtfulness she put into her singing, every note intentional, every choice meaningful. Her journey became an inspiration for millions of young singers worldwide. Maria showed that talent, when paired with perseverance and heart, could break barriers and transcend borders. The little girl from a small Philippine town had not only captured Simon Cowell's attention but also reminded the world why we watch these shows, to witness pure, transformative talent. Her family, once worried about the uncertainty of such a big move, now stood proudly beside her. They shared stories of her childhood, the countless hours she spent practicing in a small room, often without proper instruments, sometimes singing just to the sound of a radio. They talked about the sacrifices made, the struggles endured, and the faith that sustained them. All of it had led to this defining moment, a performance that would be remembered for years. Maria's experience on Britain's Got Talent became a defining chapter in her life, a story she would tell over and over. The stage taught her about courage, resilience, and the magic that happens when preparation meets opportunity. And although she had achieved global recognition, she remained grounded, her heart always in the place that had shaped her, the small Filipino town that first heard her singing through the open window, dreaming big, and refusing to be silenced. As we relive Maria's journey, we are reminded that talent can come from anywhere, and greatness often arrives when least expected. She defied the odds, captivated the world, and showed that no matter how young or far from the spotlight, a voice filled with passion and emotion can literally blow the roof off. So now we want to hear from you. Where are you watching this incredible performance from? Drop your city or state in the comments and share the moment with us. Don't forget to subscribe for more extraordinary stories and performances that will inspire and move you.